tuning in to another fun episode with your favorite Mouse Moms, Jennifer.
Hello.
Juliana.
Hello.
And Lori, that's me. So it's upon us, the holiday season, and all that it entails, the shopping, the traffic, the crowds, the craziness, but also the magic and excitement and joy and traditions. But our favorite part is always the gathering. So, of course, the food and drink, because we wouldn't be the Mouse Moms without the food and drink. So whether you are planning a big holiday party or cozying up by the fire, we'd like to get into the holiday spirit with a festive drink. So we are going to cover all drinks this episode, which this might be one of my favorite episodes.
So this year, for inspiration, we turn to Disney for some of their holiday libations found throughout the resorts that we can try to recreate at home. And with that, for the first time ever, I think, we won't say, but first the Mouska cocktail, because today it's all Mouska cocktail. So let's jump right in.
All right, here we go. So jump right into that punch bowl. Do you guys have any holiday traditions around particular drinks that you like to serve to your family? Or Lori, you have a huge holiday party every year. What do you serve? Anything?
We do. I usually
What don't you serve?
Yeah.
Right.
As I'm staring at the stuff in my office here for the party. But I usually do some type of mocktail, if you call it, with the big vodka bottle next to it, so you can make your own. But I usually do a huge kind of winter one. So the one I did this year is just cranberry juice, ginger ale, and then you throw in like cranberries and orange slices, and that's pretty much it. But usually Trader Joe's usually has a really good pre-made one that you can buy in bottles. They have like a holiday one. It has spices in it though. My kids were not fans.
Oh, are you talking about the wassail something or other?
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's good. I will say it's good for an adult. It's really juice. So I was thinking if I use that, I would add like some type of club soda or something bubbly into it. Yeah, something to kind of tone it down a bit. For the kids, it was a bit too spicy. For my family, we don't cook or do anything without eggnog, and then add the liquor.
Like real deal eggnog, like the full on.
We do light eggnog, but I don't make it. Yeah. I buy it in the containers, but then of course, the liquor goes in it, and then we put a little nutmeg on top.
Oh, I love eggnog, but I can't do the full eggnog. It's got to be the light stuff.
Yeah.
Even though
I need to give eggnog another try, I guess. Yeah. I tried it once and I was like, oh, but you know me, I don't like the milk.
But did you just try it without alcohol, or did you add
I tried it at a party.
Oh, okay.
And I was not, but I don't like a White Russian. I just don't like.
Right. Then it's just not going to be your jam.
Yeah. I don't think it's my jam.
I always like to do like a punch bowl of something at the holidays, and I've done what you do as well, but I think I just put the liquor right in and tell the kids they can't have any. But it's really smart to put the bottle next to it and let people spike it as they will.
Yeah, I put it next because sometimes, you have a few people that don't want the alcohol in, and of course, we do it like a neighborhood party. So I've always had somebody who's pregnant who comes. And then on top of it, like my husband pours a lot of vodka in, where I'm not so much strong on the vodka.
Right,
so then you can determine what level you're at that current moment.
True.
That's a good way to do it. That's true.
Yeah. And if people, don't have punch bowls, I love to put it in one of those. You can find them like everywhere. Those big like glass containers on stilts with a pour spout. Love those. Just don't forget to put a little dish or a bowl under the spout, because the drunker people get, the more they forget to close that puppy up.
I was going to say, I love doing that too, because then you can add the orange slices and cranberries in it and everything else, but it doesn't end up in the drink that they're drinking. It just keeps soaking in the rest of it. So
I like to freeze the garnishes too, because they kind of help to act like ice. So like freeze the cranberries and the orange slices. And
that's smart.
But the orange slices their texture changes once you freeze them. Anywho, but I am always out of ideas when it comes to a punch bowl. I'm tired of the one that we just talked about. So I kind of perked up when you mentioned the Trader Joe's punch. But I love some of these ideas from Disney. And like you said, whether you're making a batch for everybody or just one for yourself.
Right.
Here's some good ones. So the first one is called the Winter Wonderland, and you can find this in Morimoto, Asia at Disney Springs. And it is, these are like sort of classic cocktails. We'll start with these that sort of have a holiday twist. So this one is essentially, in looking at it, your peppermint martini, your candy cane martini. So, but I really prefer the name Winter Wonderland. So it's vodka, peppermint, schnapps, white chocolate liqueur, candy cane for garnish. So you just make it in a shaker, give yourself a sugar, wet the rim of the glass, dunk it in crushed up candy canes, pour this in there. The problem with these is how easily they go down.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're really good. They're really good.
This sounds delicious. And
this does sound good.
And ingredients you can easily find everywhere. And I've also seen this recipe with vanilla vodka too, if you want to give it a little extra sweetness.
Oh,
I do not.
That would be good.
I had a bad experience at a Christmas party one year with a chocolate martini, and I've never been able to drink one since. So this looks like a nice festive.
A nice re-entry.
A nice festive re-entry drink. Yeah. Yeah.
I would say I love chocolate martinis, love espresso martinis, but this one sounds, you know what? And I find it's always fun with the, when they put candy and stuff on the rim of the martini glass, it just makes it a little bit more festive
and pretty.
These are delicious. And I true confession was maybe 5 years ago, we had a girls' night in my old neighborhood and we were making these, and it turned into a rowdy evening. Like I said, they just go down too quick. They go down way too quick. And but delicious. Pace yourself. So we can move over to California. I think everybody probably knows what a poinsettia is, right? And I always thought, well, maybe not. I always thought it was just champagne and cranberry juice, right? But this one that you can find at Carthay Circle in California Adventure also adds orange flavored liqueur. So I would imagine like a Cointreau or even a orange Curacao or Grand Marnier would all work.
There is something special about cranberry and orange together.
It is.
Yes.
I was going to say, I like this one.
So I like this. Again, that orange flavored liqueur is going to give it a sweetness that you don't get when you just do the cranberry and the champagne. This one calls for cuvee, so it's not champagne. I don't know what makes that different.
What is cuvee?
Let's Google it, everybody. Thanks for calling me out on my research there.
I would still do the champagne, and I like this better than I don't love sweet, especially to drink unless it's hot, like hot chocolate.
Cuvee is a French wine.
Is it bubbly?
Is it sparkling?
Winemakers use this term cuvee with several different meanings, more or less based on the concept of a tank of wine put to purpose. I don't think it's sparkly.
No, it is. It's sparkly.
Is it?
In Champagne and sometimes other regions producing sparkling wines by the traditional method, cuvee also refers to the grape juice and gentle pressing of the grapes.
Oh, yeah. No, in Champagne, the cuvee is the first 2,000 liters of grape juice.
Oh, so this is the fancy stuff.
Apparently.
Fancy champagne.
We're all learning something here today.
Right, except I would just say, to make your life easier, just get champagne.
Or sparkling wine.
Probably. If you go to Carthay Circle, you're going to get this fancy schmancy stuff and you're going to pay a lot for it. Just with that money, go buy yourself 4 bottles, whatever, and you're good to go.
This would be a fun one for a New Year's Eve party too.
It would.
Sparkling.
Yeah,
I like everything in here. I like, champagne substance, cranberry, and then an orange liqueur, and then an orange peel for a twist.
I do too. I like this one. This one
I like this. I might even add as a garnish. I don't know how it would work though. It would get stuck in people's teeth. Is maybe a whole clove or two. That would be cute. I like orange and clove and cranberry.
That would be cute.
Also, though, a classic that many of us, that has really gotten popular in this country of late is the Moscow Mule, but here's a nice holiday twist, also found in California at Holiday Duets Marketplace right there in California Adventure Park, the Pomegranate Mule. And I like this one because it's got pomegranate juice, which I don't often go ahead and drink. I don't know if have you guys ever had pomegranate juice? Have you all tried it? How would you describe it?
Way more tart than a cranberry juice.
Yeah.
Like a little goes a long way. I could drink an entire glass of cranberry juice, but I can't drink an entire glass of pomegranate juice, although it has great like medicinal healing qualities as opposed to cranberry juice. But
oh, see, now we're talking healthy recipes. See,
and I'm wondering, so pomegranate syrup must be that concentrated with sugar.
That's my only thing reading this recipe. So,
it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Okay,
so this recipe, go over the recipe.
Go ahead, Lori.
Okay.
Tell us.
So you have vodka, then you have pomegranate juice, but then you have pomegranate syrup, ginger beer, and pomegranate seeds for garnish, with a mint sprig for the garnish.
Oh, this sounds delicious.
I love adding the mint in
My
here.
only concern is the pomegranate juice plus the pomegranate syrup.
It's a lot of work, and it's going to get expensive because pomegranate juice is a fortune, and you usually can only find them in those teeny tiny containers.
You're right. This one is for you when you're cozying up by the fire at home.
This is not
for your 50-person holiday party.
But if you wanted a mule, I bet you could do the same recipe with cranberry juice instead of pomegranate juice.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And then it would be the same pretty cocktail, and you would get your mule.
I was going to say, I love mules. I really
do too.
I love them.
They're super refreshing.
But
I like warming up the summery lime feeling with some pomegranate. I really like that.
I was going to say, like, to me, the mule, that's what we drink in Cape Cod. So it's like our summer drink. So, but I think I don't know. I think it works as your holiday drink. Do it like this.
You ready for my crazy logic on mules? So I drink them at the beginning of my nights. And in my head, I do this because my thought is that the ginger beer is going to settle my stomach before I throw all the other loads of alcohol down into it. So the mule is like my pre-drink, but it's in a healthy way because I'm getting ready for the other drinks.
And with the pomegranate, you've got antioxidants and everything.
You're doing a good job for your body.
Right. How's that working for you so far, though? Is it helping? Like, I mean, I think you could be onto something.
Right? I do. It is my go-to drink when I'm not feeling 100% yet. I can't just order, ginger ale.
I can't just order ginger ale.
Put something in it.
That would be ridiculous. Oh
my stars. So these are all, like we said, this pomegranate mule might get a little expensive to supply to a party. And I think it's also hard sometimes with a party to do a warm drink. One, because if you have a lot of people do get warm and don't want to drink warm. But if you're having maybe a smaller intimate gathering, you could do some of these warm spirits that we found to warm up your soul. And if you are having a bigger party, you can put them. Do you guys have one of those coffee urns with the thing that presses on the top and it comes out?
Yes.
Me too.
You would have seen it had you come to my house the day after the bar mitzvah, but we won't go there.
Well, that's true. I mean,
but it would not have been filled with warm Christmas beverages.
Definitely not. So I think did we talk about this one once, the black cherry bourbon hot chocolate?
Yes.
I think we talked about something similar available at Epcot right now at Food and Wine or Festival of the Holidays. I mean,
yes, because I'm getting this one. This is on my list.
I think the one that we were talking about at Epcot was a frozen version of this.
There might be one,
frozen hot chocolate. Okay, everybody, I'm sorry. I'm talking about it, but I'm not telling you what it is. It's the black cherry bourbon hot chocolate you can find at Hollywood Studios, and it's made with, just regular old hot chocolate powder. You can do water or milk. I don't know if you're team water or team milk. My kids are firmly in team milk when it comes to using hot chocolate packets. A half an ounce of toasted marshmallow syrup. I don't know where one gets toasted marshmallow syrup. Maybe it's one of those things that you can buy, like the ones they use in Starbucks coffees. I bet that's what it is. And then 1 1/4 ounces of black cherry bourbon.
We talked about this last time with the drink. The thing that concerns me about any cherry liquor is that I feel like it might taste like Robitussin.
Absolutely, 100%. And that is always my concern.
But maybe added to the chocolate, you do get that chocolate cherry flavor.
I think this one sounds really
try
nice.
it. I'll let you know.
I think I would take out the marshmallow syrup.
Yes.
And maybe add
I was thinking the same
spice to it.
You know what would be good? Now, granted, I do not celebrate.
We're just going to completely change the drink.
No. I'm not going to change the recipe. I agree with taking out the marshmallow syrup, and maybe I would replace it with just little tiny marshmallows for garnish. But what I was saying, I don't celebrate Christmas, so I don't know. But I imagine you drinking these types of drinks in your pajamas, cozied up in front of the tree, watching your kids unwrap presents.
I drink mimosas.
Oh, that would be good too. But if it's cold out,
the strongest coffee one can find.
Yes.
I forgo the coffee, go straight to the mimosa. Vitamin C.
Yes. Look at you taking care of you.
So
I mean,
healthy.
she is. She's putting us to shame. I'm embarrassed for us.
Okay. So I do have to say, so this drink is black cherry hot chocolate. So I love the concept of cherry and chocolates.
Yes.
I am actually doing, because we're talking about alcohol here. You take the cherries, the maraschino cherries, and I take out all the syrup from the jar and I fill it back up with vodka. And I still have them soak overnight.
Vodka soaked maraschino cherries.
And then I dip them in melted chocolate.
You're my smartest friend.
And then you make your own chocolate cherry cordials, like those things that you get at the store, but that have that really gross thing in the middle.
But they're fresh. And honestly, cherries soak up liquor so well. So you could probably do a bourbon version instead of vodka.
Even the ones that have been sitting in that juice all that time still soak it
up, and it turns into basically an entire shot worth.
Okay, y'all, you just got a bonus Mouska tip.
Yeah.
And
actually, I was gonna
recipe.
I was going to do vodka this year, and now looking at this recipe, I'm like, maybe I do bourbon.
I think you do bourbon.
So
I think maybe I do bourbon.
And
I think
and then a tip on top of that is don't throw out the juice or the alcohol that you soak the cherries in, because now you've turned it into cherry vodka or cherry bourbon. Now you can use it into your cocktail.
I hate maraschino.
My mind is blown.
I'm going to go out and buy some today.
Right? And just you don't even have to use the same container they're in. Just drain out all the syrup.
So we can make this drink. And because we did not get plane tickets to Chicago to attend your party tomorrow, we can still all get on and toast the same drink together.
The same drink.
Oh, I feel like we should.
With the chocolate covered cherries.
How long do you soak it? Just overnight?
Overnight.
And what do you use for the chocolate? Do you buy like special melting chocolate, or do you just double boil chocolate chips?
No, I just buy usually, but they've been out because of supplies. They have like the plastic containers where you just throw it in the microwave really quick. This time I had to buy actual chocolate, and I have to freaking melt it this time.
But do you just use like the kind of chocolate that you get for candy making at like, or do you just use chocolate chips?
No,
probably either would be good.
I use melting chocolate. So regular melting chocolate for candy.
I'm too lazy to go get melting chocolate.
You could spice it up with chocolate chips, or dark chocolate would probably be really good, especially with the bourbon.
I think if you just use chocolate chips, you might need to add butter.
You might.
I'm going to look that up.
You could try, but yeah, you could also, I've done it where you dip it while they're still not hard. The chocolate's not hard yet. You dip it into sprinkles and you make them pretty.
Yeah, so cute.
So they're like green and red, and
I love this. Okay, so we just turned this drink. We scrapped the drink, and now we're making bourbon cherry cordials. Thank you, Disney, for the inspiration.
Yes.
This next drink, though, I think I really could get behind, right? So we talked about making bourbon cherry cordials. This is a bourbon warm drink, too. So what is it? It's bourbon, and now I have to look up this.
I'm going to call you out.
Liqueur 43.
Liqueur 43. I don't know what that is.
I'll keep reading. You look that up. So it's bourbon whiskey, Liqueur 43, which Juliana is going to find out for us, creme de cacao, mezcal, coffee, and then whipped cream and chocolate syrup for garnish.
This sounds delicious. And when you find out what Liqueur 43 is, you might even think even more so. It's a really bright yellow Spanish liqueur, vanilla flavored.
but vanilla and chocolate and coffee.
This looks amazing, but to me, this is a recipe I couldn't make at home. This is too many.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of different ingredients, but this sounds absolutely delicious to buy.
I have to repeat this. Bourbon, this vanilla liqueur, creme de cacao, mezcal. So it's going to have that smokiness to it. Interesting. Coffee, of course. And whipped cream.
I love any liquor drink that has coffee in it because it's
you cook. This is served hot, and you cook this. You take all those ingredients and you simmer it on low heat for 15 minutes before you serve it warm.
So, when you do it for 15 minutes, aren't you burning off some of the alcohol here?
For sure,
but not
all of it.
All of it. This is a lot of alcohol. The first 4 ingredients are alcohol,
right? If it reduces. But I don't think we're going that long.
This sounds delicious.
I think we should change the recipes to a solid simmer for 5 minutes.
Just heat it up. Just get heat it up and leave it.
Put it in the microwave for a sec.
You know what? Just make the mug hot and it'll eventually heat up the drink. It's fine.
Or heat up the coffee and then just pour the
liquor in. There we go.
And then it will just warm your soul.
Right?
Speaking of warm
your
soul.
Cold, dead soul. I mean, my cold, dead soul, not yours.
This one sounds yummy.
So I really got into this next one when I was overseas. It's glue wine, or hot spiced wine, and as you can imagine, it's available in Germany at Epcot, and it's all over the place in like all the holiday markets in France and Germany and all of those countries. Well, except, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, there are so many stands with this that you literally like finish one and throw out the cup and you can get another one as you're walking down the street. I love it. It's not too sweet. It's basically wine, sugar, and spices. And everybody has their own recipe of spices. Some are better than others. They are not all the same. You can buy them bottled from small vendors who make them for the season. I just absolutely love it. You just heat this puppy up and it's really good.
I love glue wine. I went to Germany with my husband, and the only time I would go with him, because I don't drink beer, is during the Christmas season, because I knew they'd serve glue wine. So I was happy, he was happy, and that's all I did. Is exactly what you said. I'd walk around, fill my cup, next station, fill my cup, and I would I love glue wine.
I want to say that they have, in the same way that in October they have all these tours and trips to go for Oktoberfest. In Bavaria, you have these trips in December where all you do is you go to these Christmas markets and you go for the glue wine, which I've never heard of until I just read this word.
Really?
And
I have 3 containers of glue wine in my fridge.
I don't celebrate Christmas.
Trader Joe's?
It's at anywhere.
Oh, is there a big German population out by you or something?
In Chicago. I mean, there's an everything population here.
Yeah.
Touche.
We don't. I think I might find it at Trader Joe's if they were featuring it.
Trader Joe's for sure has it, but it's at every grocery store at this point.
But you can make it. And what's not in this holiday kitchen in Germany and Epcot recipe is some kind of brandy or hard alcohol. This is just wine, sugar, and the spices. But typically there's something else thrown in there too.
Yes.
And as far as the spices go, whatever your favorite holiday spices are, you could make it yourself. Just put some cinnamon sticks, some whole cloves. You can use and star anise, whatever you like. Put it in a little tea thing and soak that in there and just simmer it for a while. Or every single store right now has like mulled wine. This is very similar to mulled wine.
That's not different. It's because I've heard of mulled wine and I've had mulled wine.
It's very similar, I think. It's probably the exact same thing, but there's something different about it when you're drinking this stuff. I don't know why. There's something different about the flavor.
I think there is, because we just went in Chicago. They have a Christmas market that we go to, and they serve glue wine. But then I saw a sign for the mulled wine, and I was like, well, there's a difference. And I
What did you learn?
I didn't. I gave up, man. It was very crowded.
Gave up.
But they also do a white wine glue wine. So this is typically the glue wine in Germany does one with the cab, so it's red. At the Christmas market, they were doing a white wine one, which I thought was awesome. It was a lot more sweeter, so they paired it with sweet, lighter notes. But it was very good.
It's like red versus white sangria.
Yes, exactly.
Interesting.
It's essentially what it is sangria heated up with some spices.
Yeah, that makes sense. Interesting. I learn something new every day.
Glue wine's delicious. Go to the liquor store. You picked up the fig vodka. You need to go back now and pick up glue wine.
I think I had it backwards. I don't think there is an extra kick of alcohol in glue wine. I think it is just spiced. Oh, no, I'm lying.
No.
There's extra.
I'm
just looking like, what is the difference between mulled wine and glue wine? And it's basically what we said, was there's just regional recipes that just vary a little bit. So in America, it's mulled wine.
In America.
In America. Unless you're at Germany and Epcot.
I was going to say, I think in Canada it's glue wine. Because I've known about glue wine forever. All right.
Glue wine.
What do we got next?
All right. So next, after we have left Germany, let's take ourselves to tropical
now
shores.
We're all warmed up.
Right.
So.
But yeah, well, let's head to somewhere tropical if that's your thing at Christmas. I'm a little jealous of those of you who are. 2 out of 3 of us will be somewhere warm pretty soon. I am not one of them. So you
live in Charlotte.
True. It's 72 degrees today. It is. It's 72 degrees today. 73, I think. We're breaking a record. So I like warm and cozy for Christmas. But if you are dreaming of a white sand Christmas, you could try the tropical snowstorm that you can get.
Jen just read all the
at the Poly at Trader Sam's Grotto.
My teeth are falling out.
Yeah, so it's bourbon, coconut rum, cream of coconut.
What?
Cinnamon syrup, orgeat syrup, which we've talked about before. And
that's almond, right?
And yes, and
Ew.
I don't know how to say this.
I don't know.
Almond syrup. Whatever that is.
Whatever that is. I like the toasted coconut for garnish.
Oh, I know what it is. It's falernum syrup. It's a Caribbean spice syrup. We've actually talked about this before now that I'm reading it. It's like orgeat syrup, but it's a little bit spicier. It's almond based and it has clove and allspice and ginger and lime in it. Is this ringing a bell for anyone?
This is a lot of ingredients in one drink.
It sort of makes sense for Trader Sam's, right?
But they don't have cinnamon that you throw into a fire, which I feel like they could have added.
I feel like that is a jab at my expense.
Maybe they do.
I mean, you could throw it in the fire or you could just blow at it. Either way. It's fine.
Maybe the shtick with this drink was inspired by the blow. the infamous cinnamon blow. Okay. So I don't know if this one's for me. And I have to be honest, we'll post a picture of it because we'll do a corresponding blog article and maybe we'll post a picture of this one on the Facebook group. It's not really pretty.
Well, it couldn't. I mean, basically you're going to get like an orangey drink.
Basically you have orange, coconut, bourbon, cinnamon, peppermint. That's like
the peppermint's what throws me over the edge.
Like 5 different ingredients that just don't go together. I love Trader Sam's. I'm a huge fan. Did we get some
peppermint candy cane garnish? Did I read that part?
Yeah, no, I don't know if you read it. Guys, I love Trader Sam's too, and I will take coconut rum, and I love it. I don't know about this drink, and if anyone's had it, I would love to hear what you thought.
Please let us know.
I mean, I can handle peppermint and coconut together. That's probably refreshing, but then throw
cinnamon?
I don't know.
And almond?
and it's the almond man. I'm like, bull.
And it's a lot of almond because you have it from that falernum thing and you have it from the orgeat.
I am always looking for a new drink.
So try this out and let us know.
So I think I need to try it, but it sounds like an awful lot of coconut. I think you have to really like coconut.
And rum. You don't like rum.
I don't like rum.
It's the rum and the bourbon. There's
rum
a lot
and
going
bourbon?
On. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
All right. If anyone's going to be at the Poly in the net, I need you, Lori. You need to go and.
I know. I was just trying to figure it out. I'm
taking one for the team.
I need to leave the kids home with Nana and Grandpa, and try and get over there.
Mommy needs to go drink.
Mommy needs to go try the tropical snowstorm.
All right. So if the tropical snowstorm's not for you, head out to Disneyland Hotel out in California to Trader Sam's Enchanted Tiki Bar. For Sam's Sleigh Ride. And I just love the name of this drink. It's SLAY ride, I guess, because it's a doozy. So this one is whiskey. It's just not bourbon though. It's honey whiskey. And then orange flavored liqueur. So I guess that would be, like I was saying earlier, orange curacao or Grand Marnier or whatever, pick your poison. Ginger liqueur, lemon juice, pineapple juice. Pineapple, orange, guava juice mix.
Yeah.
Pog juice, right? As we all know, Pog juice, which we know and love. Here's your cinnamon syrup, Lori, and cherries and mint for garnish. This sounds good.
This one, at least all the ingredients look good together. I'm not like, where did that one come from? Did you?
And there's no rum in it.
No.
The cinnamon syrup always gets me, but all of those drinks at Trader Sam's have an element of cinnamon, and I like Trader Sam's, so I guess we could do this. If I'm making it at home, though, I might skip that one.
Maybe. I think Trader Sam's does a really good job with their cinnamon of really only putting in like a super tiny hint so that nothing tastes like Goldschlager.
Nothing tastes like college.
Our favorite.
No, this one's good.
I don't know. What do you guys think? What would be your top on this list if you could try
on
like top 3?
I want to try the Napa Rose S'more. I want that.
I definitely am going for those 3, the first 3 we talked about. I'm thinking the Mule.
The Mule looks good. Yeah, the Mule looks good. The Winter Wonderland at Morimoto looks delicious as well.
Yeah, that one's not for me. But I'll do the Mule, or the Poinsettia one sounds really good too with the sparkling. I might do that that's a good New Year's Eve drink. I could pull that one off.
I think I need to try to find all the ingredients for the Napa Rose S'more. I mean, there's a lot going on in there, but I think that sounds like something I need to try.
Right?
I don't need that drink, but I do need that cherry.
Right?
The vodka soaked cherry. No, bourbon soaked cherry.
I know. I might switch it to bourbon. All right. I'm going to have to make decisions. I'll post a picture. It's a
grand experiment. You could get 2.
We'll put Lori's picture. We'll put Lori's picture next to my picture of, and it'll be like, the fail. What is it? Oh, like nailed
Pinterest.
it.
Pinterest fail.
No, I have to soak them tonight. So I have to make the decision on vodka or bourbon. And
do a science experiment. It's for science. You have to.
I do have 2 jars of cherries. So maybe I'll do 1 vodka and one bourbon.
Pick your poison.
There you go.
Right.
So I'm having a really hard time getting, certain kinds of bottles of different liqueurs and liquors for the holidays this year. There's just like very little bourbon on the shelves and stuff. I mean, I am picky and I want what I want, but I'm curious because I really, really, really do want to try this, this one that's got the liqueur 43, but I don't know where I'm going to find that.
I'd say I'm pretty sure if you Google substitutes for liqueur 43, you might find it.
I bet if you just go to your favorite liquor store and ask the guy.
Either that,
they're all very smart in there.
Either that, or he's going to look at you and be like, "What? You're making up numbers."
No, I bet he knows, and I bet he knows Juliana too.
I also want to know why it's 43 and not 42 versus 44.
Oh, let's Google it. Well, let's find out. I'm sure that our listeners want to know too.
Does it have something to do with the proof?
Oh, maybe it is the proof. That would probably make the most sense. Sorry, the dogs were quiet.
Oh, no. Wait, hold. It's also known as 40 y tres, 43 in Spanish. The name comes from the 43 herbs and botanicals used to make it.
Oh, I like that. See? My dumb questions do pay off.
No dumb questions.
I'm sorry, guys. Hang on. I'm muting.
I'm muting.
There are no dumb questions at all. Only dumb answers.
Well, on that note.
Here's something that is not dumb at all. And please listen to us on this one. What's the Mouska tip today?
The Mouska tip is that if you are hosting your own festive holiday gathering, but you don't want to bartend all night, consider turning one of these drinks that we just highlighted into a big batch signature cocktail for your party. You could fill one of those coffee urns with the glue wine, or Sam's sleigh ride would look gorgeous in a punch bowl. But whatever you do, please do it responsibly.
Don't overserve Grandma. No. That's what we're saying. Grandma gets one drink, maybe two. More than that, just trust us on this one. This is what I'm saying. Don't overserve Grandma. She'll stumble out into the snow and get run over by a reindeer.
Exactly.
Right?
I like this episode.
Well, then on that note, she can't. She's laughing too hard. Thanks for spending another episode with us. Tell us what your favorite Disney-inspired holiday beverages are. And for the latest news out of Disney, don't forget to visit our blog at mouskamoms.blog.com. And please join our Facebook group, Mouska Moms.